people are picking apart every single detail of Grand Theft Auto 6, such as this screenshot, and they actually think that on the left side, the guy on the bicycle, not walking a dog, but I guess biking a dog, if that's a thing, he has flip-flops on, and there's fans thinking it's a glitch that those flip-flops are under those pedals, but it's actually a feature. It's not a glitch at all, it's realism. A lot of people do that because otherwise the flip-flops are gonna slip away very easily. This is just one of the many things people thought was a glitch, but it's actually a realism feature within GTA 6, and that's also the case with this shot right here where Jason is driving the car and the girl in the pink saying, "Hey Jason," with a little cute dog that she's holding right there. If you look closely at Jason's hand grabbing the steering wheel, you see that the steering wheel isn't attached directly to his hands. His hands are kind of floating over it, and that's not a bug, that's actually a realism feature, because if you drive your car in real life, your hands are not glued to the wheel. You just kind of move them. Maybe you go from the sides of the wheel to one hand, the left hand grabbing the top of the wheel. Or as you can see in this screenshot in Little Haiti, Jason has his right hand on the wheel and his left hand is actually just chilling out there with the window down as he's driving. And if we're gonna talk about cars, you see the pickup truck in this shot right here with the jet ski behind it. If you look very closely, you see that the pickup truck is trying to go to the right, but then fastly goes back to the left. And people actually thought that this was a error, this was a glitch, but in fact the AI of the cars and the traffic system is gonna be so advanced that these NPCs are gonna go and try to switch lanes and then realize that there's actually a car next to him, but there's a little dead zone spot when you're driving the car, so you can't really see it that well, and then you realize maybe a little bit too late that you've been starting to switch lanes and you go back to the original lane. And that's just a mind-blowing detail to me. Super cool. And I really wonder how traffic will be in Grand Theft Auto 6 if you're actually driving, because it might just be that some people are just gonna drive into you because they're bad drivers. Maybe every NPC in the game is coded to have a certain driving skill. We don't know, but we'll see. In this shot with Jason holding this beautiful gun, you can see in the background Vice City and this beautiful intersection right there. But there's a lot of confusion about this shot because a lot of people at first glance, and later they realize it's Vice City, but at first glance they think it's Los Santos. Some people literally think, oh man, San Andreas is gonna be back in GTA 6 and there's gonna be different islands, only to realize when they look a little bit closer that, oh no, this is actually GTA 6 and Vice City. But why is it that people feel like this looks so much like Los Santos downtown? Well, it's actually probably because, first of all, this intersection is kind of the same as in GTA 5, but also the light right there on the building kind of resembles the same kind of light on this building in GTA 5. And if you've played the game for 12 years and you're really familiar with this city, then it might look very recognizable to you as a similar downtown than GTA 5. Well, if you look at other screenshots like this one with the Ferris wheel and everything else, you quickly realize, oh no, this is a whole different city. Especially looking at this one at bright daylight, yeah, it's completely different. I'm so excited to just drive everywhere around. It's gonna be so cool. And by the way, thank you to Sad Life for these 81 gifted memberships, along with himself becoming a member. And if you want to join and become a member as well, be in this video, then consider joining. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I'm trying to get to 4 trillion bazillion gazillion subscribers by tomorrow. If there is a mistake you found, comment down below under the like button. Let's get back to the video. In this shot where Jason is kind of shoving or punching this guy into a car, you can see in the background one of the first shots of a car on fire. But hold up, wait a minute, it's actually not the car that is on fire. A lot of people think it's the car, but if you look very close, it's actually a building behind the car. Now the car is looking damaged and it is black, so you think that the fire emitted all of the ash that ended up going on the car and that's why it's black. But it's actually a car that probably just crashed, but something else is on fire behind it. And Jason is a little bit mad about the whole situation, so he's gonna take out his anger on this poor guy. Or maybe he deserved it, we don't know. And I have a feeling that my little thing right here is gonna spark a debate, so let's just discuss in the comments. Do you think it's the car on fire or do you think it's the building behind it. Because if the car is not on fire, then we haven't seen any cars on fire. In this grenade launcher shot, you see that there is an explosion, but you don't see that the car is actually on fire. So go ahead and discuss, because that's one of the most fun things GTA fans will do, pick apart every single thing. That's why you're here. There's also people thinking this doorbell right here in the shot where people actually think that it goes from a cutscene into a gameplay part where Jason walks into the house. This doorbell is actually not attached to anything. Now, people thought that this was a bug, like a glitch, like oversight, but what's actually going on is that it is a part of the story. This building is not ready yet. In the story, Brian gifts this house to Jason in exchange for Jason doing some dirty work for Brian, but you can see how rough the house is and he really needs to work on it. Even in the inside, later in the trailer, you can see that the building is not finished at all. Jason is even fixing some leaks in the second shot of the trailer, which, as you know by now, is a nod to the 2022 footage. Now, in my previous video, trailer 1 versus trailer 2, I actually noticed that the fence of the prison in trailer 1 had much more details and dirt right there compared to trailer 2, who had very clean fences. Now, there was something that I thought was a downgrade, but actually people in the comments pointed out that it might be a whole different prison altogether, if not a whole different wall or, fence within the same prison, if it's the same prison. And the more I think about it, it should have been the same prison, right? Because in trailer 1 it's Lucia's prison, in trailer 2 it's also Lucia's prison, but I just think it's a different fence. The fence in trailer 1 is more on the ground, the fence in trailer 2 is way more high up, so I think that solved the mystery right there. Now, there's a lot of people pointing out that this shot might be the quote-unquote worst looking shot of the trailer, which I don't think is true at all. It's just that Jason is driving into the night and there's not a lot of light going on there except for the palm trees in the back right there on the right. Now, the reason why it's so dark is to show off that the muzzle flashes of the gun will actually reflect light on the environment. That's the whole purpose of why the rest of this shot is so dark, but because there is not a lot of lighting, people assume that it's not looking good. It's maybe a worse quality render. That's not the case at all. It's the same quality as everything else, but if you have less light, there's gonna be less detail in the shot, because in real life as well, the camera without a lot of light is not able to pick up as much information rather than in the day where you can basically see everything. So that's all the things people thought were glitches, bugs, mistakes in trailer 2 and the screenshots. Let me know what you agree with and what you disagree with in the comments below. Again, thank you for all the 81 members that have joined because of Sad Life 420. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.